I got beautiful glass. I got stuff on my eye. I got, I'm just saying, Honey, we about to do. Okay? I'm just saying, we about to do that. Hey guys, welcome back. Hello to all my subbies. And I also want to say hello to all my newbies. And just in case you don't know what a newbie is. Honey, a newbie is anybody perhaps checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second. Honey, we don't even count around here. We really don't. I just want all of my subbies and all of my newbies to come on in. Okay, so today we got a little quickie, because guess what, honey? We got mail. We got mail. We got mail. We got mail. I said all that to say, we got some mail up in this piece. Now, we haven't sang the mail song, because you know we got a song for just about everything around here. Get into it. But we haven't sang the mail song in a little bit. But we got a little bit of mail. And for anybody who is not initiated and not caught up on current events, I said that I was working on getting some color up in this piece. Just a little bit of color, nothing too drastic, nothing too caustic, because I am relaxed. But I was looking into some color, and at that particular time when I was talking about it, I couldn't really find it. Well, honey, I did a little tap and a little clickety click, and so I bought my color. I finally got my hands on it. It came in, and you know I had to rush right in and show y'all what I got. So now that we're all caught up, let us indulge in the spoils, shall we? And I'm just going to show you really quickly what I got and what I'm hoping to get out of it as far as this particular color. Oh, and just as a side note, I did a little extra on my eyes today. I figured today I would just spiffy up just a little bit, to celebrate the little color. I figured I'd do a little extra, just a little extra, not too much extra. Just a little extra and a half. Now, I didn't do too much. I did a little neutral eye, because usually I just do, just an eyeliner. But I figure I got a whole bunch of eyeshadow. Girl, let me tell you, I got a whole bunch of makeup and eyeshadow from when I was all into the makeup and this and that and so forth and so on. And I figured today I put a little bit on my eyes, on my eyelids. I grabbed my palette. I grabbed one of the palettes that I have, because I have enough. I don't need to buy anything new. And this is an old school palette, Lorac, okay, Lorac Pro. And this is sort of the neutral, okay? So I use this particular palette on my eye. I just figured I'd come in here and give y'all all the deets, because you know how we share around here. So before we get to the color, I wanted to talk about the color on my eyes, just to, you know me. Anyway, so I just had a little bit of fun, because so I used this particular palette, the Lorac Pro, but I don't know if you can see it, I used a couple of the browns and a little bit of black. I'm trying to get a little fancy up in this piece. Remember I said just do a little extra, not too much. So I used a couple of the browns. I think it was the Sable and the Espresso. Not a big deal, but you know me, I like to have a little bit of fun. So I had a little bit of fun, put a little stuff on my eyes. Like I said, did a little more than just the usual eyeliner. I figured I put a little color on my eye, since we got some color in the mail. You see where I'm going with this? Color on the eye, good color in the, okay. I'm gonna start doing more with my eyes, because it's just ridiculous. Like, I have a lot of stuff and I don't even use it. Anyway, so let's get to the hair situation, okay? I know some of y'all are like, we not here for no makeup, we here for hair. Well, honey, I'm gonna give you the 1-2 punch. I gave you a little bit of makeup, and now we're gonna talk about hair. So let's segue into that segment. So I believe I told you guys that I was looking into the Clairol Beautiful Collection. It's a semi-permanent line that does not deal with any ammonia or peroxide or anything where you would have to lift your hair. So it lays color on top of your hair, and it lasts about, it's supposed to last about 4 washes. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's about 4 washes. So I figure I used it before, never had an issue. I liked it then, so I figured I would like it now. So I just got 2 colors. I got one in the original Beautiful Collection, and then I got the Advanced Gray Solution. Yes, Advanced Gray. Just hold on now. So I got the Advanced Gray Solution just to compare and just to see, because again, I've used this one before, but I've never used the Advanced Gray Solution. And the reason why I got that is to help take care of my storm highlights. That's what I'm calling them. And anybody who's looking at me like, huh? Say what now? Storm hairlines is just gray hairs. Okay, that's what I call them. And if you haven't seen the last video, you'll know why. So, I'm going to tell you what I got. Now, I got the Beautiful Collection. This is the sort of rusty, the pumpkin spice colored bottle. Okay, this is the original. And it's supposed to be moisturizing. It has aloe vera, jojoba, vitamin E, and again, no ammonia, no peroxide. I got this one in B01N, which is the light natural blonde. Now, before y'all roll your eyes, I'm not expecting to go blonde. And in the Advanced Gray Solution, I got 6N, which is toasted hazelnut. So this is more of a sugary brown or a toasted hazelnut, like they said. This too is supposed to impart moisture, shine, and softness. Now it doesn't specifically say jojoba and vitamin E like this one does, but it's supposed to be just as nourishing. So I got these particular colors because I'm looking to cover the grays as well as give my hair a little bit more dimension. And I was told, I read that neutral, okay, when you go more neutral as opposed to warm, warm will give you, like warm colors, they're gonna do just that. They have more red tones in them. And my hair already has red tones, a lot of red tones to it. So I wanted more of a neutral because I heard that neutral is a better category of shades to cover grays. Okay, so that's number 1. And number 2, that'll keep my hair from looking any redder or warmer. Okay, so it's going to sort of neutralize, bring down any more red tones in my hair. And just to show you what I'm talking about, I wore a black shirt today so I could show you where I am now color-wise, and then again sort of give you my perspective. So if you look at my hair, if you can see it against my black shirt, you can tell how it's like a reddish brown already. Now this is my natural hair color. And yes, it is summertime, so it's a little redder as well. It gets a little lighter in the summertime because of the sun. But this is the color of my hair. And like I said, you can sort of see how there's more red tones to it. It's not a flat brown. Yeah, and on top of that, there's the gray. It's a sort of middle shade reddish brown. But you can see how red, hopefully you can see how red my hair is up against the shirt, okay, the black shirt. So with that being said, I want to sort of neutralize that. I don't want to go any redder. I don't want to go any warmer. I just want to look as if it were lighter. Again, those colors are not going to lift it, but maybe just within the sunlight and everything like that, when you look at my hair, it just looks a little lighter brown. And on top of that, the grays will be covered. And hopefully the light natural blonde will hit the grays, and it'll almost look like, you know, just the natural dimensions of your hair. Because as you know, your natural hair, okay, your natural hair is not flat. It's not all one dimension. Naturally, we have dimensions to our hair. as far as different shades and everything mixed together. That's why when you see a bad dye job, it just looks flat, especially a lot of times when people use black, the color black in their hair, and it just looks like a chalkboard almost with no dimension. That's how, you know, that's sort of the dead giveaway. And that's why it really is a skill. Colorists and those who are trained to color hair, they really know how to mix the dimensions and make the highs and the lows and, you know, everything look more natural and therefore almost prismatic, you know, with the color, but also natural. So I'm not trying to do all that. Okay, I'm not claiming to be no pro or nothing like that. That's why we're dealing with semi-permanent. But I'm saying with the grays in my hair that already give it like a dimension, and my natural hair that already naturally has dimension, I'm hoping that the natural blonde will just make the grays look more blonde than gray. Does that make any sense? You know what I mean? So that's why I got the neutral. So I am looking forward to using all this. Now, what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to mix these. I think what I'm going to do is, because you can mix and match, meaning you can use this on top of this or with this or whatever. But I think I'm going to use these one at a time. I think I'm going to use the blonde first and see what this is hitting for and see how this affects my hair as far as the look of it. Because when I first bought this one, the original Beautiful, I think I got it in the honey blonde. And I really like that a lot because, again, it didn't lift my hair, but when you saw my hair, it got rid of a little bit of the red, and it just looked more, it just looked lighter. It just looked lighter in the light. It's like it shifted the shade of brown to a lighter hue to appear lighter. Okay, to appear lighter. So I think what I'm gonna do is, first I'm going to use the light natural blonde. I'm gonna see what that's hitting for, and I'm gonna see if this will, if my grays will take the regular version, the regular formulation. Because online it says that you can use this for grays as well. But again, this is specifically formulated to cover grays. But I'm going to see what this one does first. Okay, so I'm going to see what this one does first. And then I'm going to come back and show y'all what's going on. And we'll see how that worked. And if this does not cover the way I would like for it to cover, then we're going to move on to this one. Okay, we're going to move on to the Advanced Gray Solution and just hit it off with this. Between the two, I should have some type of coverage. But we're gonna see, okay? We're gonna see, and like I said, if nothing happens and I come back looking the same, then that's fine. Like I said in my last video, I'm not too concerned. I figure I would try it and have a little bit of fun with it and see what happens. But if it does not cover my particular grays, I don't see why it wouldn't, but you know, things happen. But if it doesn't cover that, I'm okay with that. I may go and try something else. I know one of you guys, and you know who you are, you suggested, what is it, Clairol. It was another Clairol product, and it was Clairol Natural Instincts, okay? And I believe that's okay for relaxed hair as well. I have to reread that. There's also that, and then there's Adore. Someone else mentioned Adore, okay, Adore. And plus there are other things out there, you know, we not worried about nothing. We not worried, okay? Everything's everything. Everything's gonna be all right. So I'm not really worried about anything, but I figure I'd try this first because I've tried this before. So hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, forget about it. We're dealing with the storm hair light. Nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to come in here and show you guys what I got. Now, as far as when I'm going to use it, I plan on using it soon. So I'm going to try and do it next week. But I may not be able to because it's going to take time. But I should be able to do it next week because it's just a rinse and it's a simple, well, it's not a rinse, but it's a simple application. It's not like I have to put foil on it and wait a whole bunch of yada, yada, yada. And we'll go through the whole application. I'm gonna show y'all how I do it. But I'm gonna try and do it. Let's try and do it next week. Now, don't hold me to it. That's the plan. That's the plan, is to do it next week. And we'll see what's going on, and then we'll just take it from there. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. We got a little bit of color we're going to work with. We got color on the eyes. And we're going to start working with too. And we got color for the hair. You see what I'm saying? We got color. We got color on the eyes. Color on the hair. So, without further ado, that is a catch up with the product update. I told you it's going to be really quick, but you know how I get. I can't wait. I can't hold my mule when I get stuff in. I got to come in here and spread the word, honey, that I got stuff in. So, with that being said, we are ready to put a button on it. What do you think? I think we should, and I think we are. So, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. Honey, we got more color on the way. Just don't quote me on when we're going to try it next week. So with that being said, you got to come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back. All right.